against the grain. Absolutely. Reality. You are right. Grain of salt. Relative reality. Grain of suffering. Baba cared. Empathetic. You are still in numbness. Not Vedanta, not yoga, not Kashmir Shaivism, not this, not this. Ganesh, remover of obstacles, feels the boulders to dissolve. You sit high on mountaintop, no longer human, self of all being, no care with detachment. Forsake all, let go, free to play. Just sit in emptiness. Baba said to love. So, Sachidananda to us all. Humanity, somewhat, still intact. In order to care for the soul, we have to acknowledge what comes out of the soul. A grain of salt, a grain of sugar, a grain of sand. Baba cared for it all because he knew God dwelled in all. I've been looking at the way people respond or feel or see or acknowledge or take in here, as well as elsewhere, but here. And I started to look at levels of experience. And we can adjust this, we can change this, but this is a start. Number one, you see all there is to see. You see only physical indicators based on your system and how what you see impacts your ego. That's number one. And what I want everyone to really look at as we're doing this is remember Kashmir Shaivism, remember non-dualism, remember the whole understanding of manifestation, of coming from God, Shiva, and manifesting into the world. And when we are manifesting, are we conscious? Where are we? Where are we residing? Why is the understanding of sadhana, even whether it's dualistic or non-dualistic, the removal of ignorance, the removal of wrong understanding? So how do we get to, you see I see all there is to see. And all that I am looking at are surface physical indicators. What have I done to get there? I have involuted, manifested, fully, totally. I am seeing all there is to see. From where? And remember, if I'm starting at God and it's non-dual, then everything that is manifested has within it Sat Chit Ananda. There is consciousness in everything. So when I say I see all there is to see, I'm seeing all there is to see, and I'm conscious. The problem is, I'm in a tiny box. And when I am in that number one place, see all there is to see, and it's just physical indicators, and it's all about my relationship to those indicators and how it impacts on me. There is an experience, a very specific experience that if we are not reflective, and by the way, number one tends not to be reflective, we do not have any awareness. There isn't the consciousness that we think we have. We are having deer consciousness, DEER consciousness. It's just out there. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm fine. Everything is okay. I see this clearly. I understand clearly. We are not missing anything. So Monday night, for the people who were here, was a very I don't want to use the word powerful. I want to use the word all-encompassing experience. But if all I see and believe all there is I just saw a bunch of words, and that's it. Bunch of words, and I didn't know what was going on. Maybe I did, maybe I didn't. But how does it relate to me? Me is me. Me. It's all about me. Then we go to number 2. You see all there is to see. physical indicators and also see emotional sentiments. The impact is to both your ego and the indulgence of emotions. That's it. We're back again. Only now we go, oh, that was so nice. That was lovely. We were together. We're friends. It was good. That was bad. That was mean. That was this. That was that. That hurt. That big. I hurt. I this. There's no, again, reflection. No need. I see all there is to see. It's very obvious. Very obvious. I don't understand why everyone can't see exactly the way it is. Number 3. You see all there is to see. You have an experience greater than you normally have. Your ego then takes ownership of it. You are now the most spectacular person in the world. You decide it is the property of who you think you are, and it proves your specialness. I'm terrific. I had this experience of blah, 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 blah. I am spectacular. So if you look at these 3, they're not much different. Not much different. They're still locked in the prison and committed to staying in prison. I'm at me. This is me. I know me. Me. And I had this wonderful, powerful experience. And why aren't you then acknowledging how absolutely spectacular I am because I had that experience? Number 4, you see all there is to see. You have a deeper experience than you normally have. And then shortly thereafter, who you are, in quotes, cannot handle it and denies it. You then go about denying and distracting everywhere you go. Didn't happen, not real, who cares? For anybody, I'm waving at Ava. It's okay. I'm not going to deny that. So what happens to people with number 4, denying and distracting, is they'll have this amazing experience. There's so much love here. I can't imagine why anybody wouldn't want this. And then we never see them again. Now we go to number 5. You see all there is to see. You have a deeper experience, and you recognize, you recognize, you reflect, you are aware. There is a level of consciousness. You are not purely the reflection in the mirror just staring back. You know there is something within that is consciousness. You're actually, remember what I said about Kashmir Shaivism, the manifestation, you're actually tracing back your consciousness. So you're not totally involuted in the vehicle. Remember, Yoga Sutras, 4th section, there is a sutra that says, the mind cannot be both. Who you are cannot be both. The mind cannot be both subject and object at the same time. Sometimes it's a subject and sometimes an object. If it is sometimes a subject and sometimes an object, that means it is not self-illuminative. It's not the sun, it's the moon. And therefore it cannot be you. So if you go back to 1, 2, 3, all of a sudden, this thing is me. It's just me. You're caught up in a vehicle. With a tiny level of consciousness, believing you see all there is to see. So, number 5, you have that deeper experience, you recognize it. And because you can recognize it, you cherish it. But also know that you can't remain there. You're not going to remain there. You have that awareness and understanding. You're not yet strong enough to stay there. You work to stay with it, knowing that you will not. And then keep returning to it as a touchstone for your practice. So you catch yourself in those, number 1, purely physical, oh my gosh. And you work, wait a minute, let me bring myself back. Oh, yes. Wow, I've forgotten all about this. I was lost. And when we're caught in it, those 1, 2, and 3, we are so sure we see everything and can't understand why people are not happy with us. Especially the person who is speaking right now. Number 6. You see all there is to see. You have a deeper experience, and consciousness with a capital C remains. The other, the individual self, has dissolved. And if we go back to Wei Ning, those first 4 are all about that student with the mirror. Clean the mirror, 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 clean the mirror. And his, there is no mirror, is number 6. Good sadhana is number 5. Here's the dichotomy. See all there is to see. Opposite, miss so much. The negative of see all there is to see. No more to accomplish. So if I'm at number 1, and I believe I see all there is to see, I will be working. This is it, I will say. That person went to India and studied and worked all those years, and this is it? Wow, it's so easy. Why did it take her so long? And the positive of miss so much is know there is more to see.